Hello and welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Show. I am your host, Jay Jones. Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the Black community by promoting business ownership. If you are currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, we invite you to join us every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint.
Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 233. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is how to test your business idea without spending a lot of money. How to test your business idea without spending a lot of money. Now, before we get to today's episode, I just want to share a few things. Number one, I want to welcome all the new listeners to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. First and foremost, I want to thank you for tuning in and welcome to the BEB family. Now, you got a lot of catching up to do because we have a total of 233 episodes. So once again, thank you for tuning in and welcome to the BEB family. Now, my new book is out, A New Black Wall Street. So if you're interested in building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business, please go to anewblackwallstreet.com. Pick yourself up a copy. It's $14.95 plus shipping and handling. And the full title of the book is A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. Now, if you need additional assistance building your successful and sustainable e-commerce business, I've created a compatible online course titled Educated E-Commerce. And you can find that at educatedecommerce.com. You can go there and enroll in the course, and it takes you from point A to point Z and everything in between about starting and building a successful, sustainable, which is the key word, sustainable e-commerce business. Now, for all you Black product producers, I've created a platform where commerce can take place between Black product producers and Black consumers worldwide. And it's free for you to upload your products. So please go to besmartbyblack.com, besmartbyblack.com. Now, when I was looking for a videographer in Philadelphia, I couldn't find one. And so I said, you know what? Let me create an additional platform for Black freelancers that can connect with Black consumers and Black businesses worldwide that are looking to do business with Black freelancers. So I created hireblackfreelancers with an S.com, hireblackfreelancers.com. So if you are a freelancer, and I'm talking about anything you can find on Fiverr or freelancer.com, please upload your information to hireblackfreelancers.com. And last and definitely not least, I want to wish all the BEB family members and their family a happy and prosperous 2019. This is going to drop on New Year's Eve, December 31st. So I want you guys to have a prosperous and blessed day and be safe if you're out there on the road. It gets crazy sometime at New Year's Eve, but we're looking for a dynamite 2019. Now, to today's episode, how to test your business idea without spending a lot of money. One of the biggest concerns for entrepreneurs is determining if an idea is going to work. So you can have an idea to start a new business. You can have an idea to start or implement a new product in your business. You can have an idea to start or implement a new service in your business. But the only way, family, that you're going to understand or find out if it works is by testing. Now, what you don't want to do is go hog wild and go all in without testing. Now, if you've listened to this podcast for any period of time, you might have heard the story that I'm about to tell you. But I'm a big proponent of testing. Now, I'm pretty big in the e-commerce space. I've developed physical product brands and digital product brands. And so I'm used to bringing in products, branding them, and creating an ecosystem for those products. So one day, my good friend went to college with came to me and he wanted to partner with me on a new business. And I had been telling him that I thought about starting a razor company, a disposable razor company. And he was like, man, I'd love to partner with you. You know, we can split the expenses 50-50. And I'm like, cool, let's start doing the planning process. So I had him go out and kind of source some of the manufacturers for the razor blades. We both did that, and we came back and we shared the information. And we got a couple of samples, and we finally decided on one manufacturer that we were going to use. Now, if you haven't ordered products from overseas, you know that if the more that you order, the lower the price. And that doesn't matter if it's overseas or here in the States or wherever. So the higher volume, the lower per unit price they're going to charge you. And so my buddy was like, yeah, let's order 10,000 razors and we can get the price down to this amount. And I'm like, time out, dude. No. I said, we need to have proof of concept first. I said, let's order 500 razors at a higher price per unit. And we really weren't going to make a lot of money. But I said, this is the test. I said, we need to test to see if this product is going to sell and what the response is before we go and invest a lot of money in inventory that we may not be able to move. And he didn't want to do it. And I said, okay, you're on your own. I said, I've done this many a time, been successful with it many a time, failed several times in bringing in different products. I said, so I know what I'm doing. I said, but you got my blessing. Go ahead. If you need any help, let me know. Long story short, he orders like 10,000 razors and he can't move them. He doesn't know how to create the funnels to move the product, nothing. And those razors are still sitting in his garage like this is about 2.5 years later. And so once again, it's about testing before you go hog wild, buying a whole bunch of inventory that you can't move. So today we're going to talk about how to test your business idea without spending a lot of money. And I'm going to give you 7 steps. Step number 1 is determine the product or service you're going to sell. Is it going to be physical or is it going to be digital? Or is it going to be a service? So you want to determine the product or service you're going to sell. So with a physical product, you know, there's inventory involved. With a digital product, you create the product one time and you can continue to sell it. With the service, there may be inventory involved depending upon what type of service that you're going to provide. It could be a consulting service, which basically is your time. So number 1, determine the product or service you're going to sell. That's pretty simple. Number 2, you want to create a mini sales funnel to market your product or service. Create a mini sales funnel to market your product or service. And I know sales funnel is a buzzword now. Everybody's talking about sales funnels. And all that is, it's a flow of prospects you hope to turn into actual customers. Now, here's just an example of a mini sales funnel. And a lot of times people make this real hard. It's not hard. The first thing you want to do is you want to create an ad set. It could be a Facebook ads, it could be Google ads, it could be whatever. Just some type of ads that run to a landing page with an offer. A landing page is just a one-page website that has information about your product and or service on that page, and it requires somebody to enter their email address or name to get that information because you want to build that list. Okay, after that, it has sales copy on the landing page and possibly a video. So if you're selling consulting services, you'd have a Facebook ad, free consultation for XYZ. It would go to a landing page. On that landing page, you have additional information and you'd have an opt-in box, which would say, put your name, email address, and phone number or whatever for a free consultation. So now you're gathering that data. So you're building up your database. Also on that page, you may have some sales copy, or you should have some sales copy, which could contain the benefits of why you need a free consultation and possibly a video. So if you go to a lot of attorney websites and say they're accident attorneys, they may have a small video, 30 second, 1 minute type video that explains their services. So step 2, create a mini sales funnel to market your product or service. We're not talking about a full-blown sales funnel where you have the email autoresponders. You can do that later on, but that's not necessary if you don't get anybody to take you up on your offer. Once again, proof of concept, and we're talking about testing. So step number 1, to determine the product or service you're going to sell, be it physical or digital product or service. Step number 2, create a mini sales funnel to market your product or service. And the sales funnel can be as simple as a Facebook ad, going to a landing page with an offer, and on that landing page you have some sales copy and possibly a video. All right. Step number 3, make sure you create an enticing offer to test your response. Make sure you create an enticing offer to test your response. Now, if you're providing a service, like say you're a tax consultant, free consultation, that's fine, because you're going to spend time with that person dialoguing, and you'll be able to find out more about their situation. That allows you to be able to dive deep and see if this is a possible fit for your consultation. Now, if you're selling a physical or digital product, I want you to listen to me. If you're selling a physical or digital product, you should try to get some form of payment from the customer. Now, be it a $1 trial offer, or we just pay for shipping and handling and you get to sample the product free. And the reason you want to get that $1 or whatever, $4 for shipping, is because you're weeding out people that aren't really serious. Now, once again, this is going to be working on autopilot. So I'm just talking about a physical product right now. And you've seen the offers, pay shipping and handling, and you'll get the first product or bottle for free. But what that does psychologically, it makes somebody go into their wallet, get out a credit card, and implement or put that credit card into the system. Now, I'm going to give you a real life example. I have a supplement that I've been selling. And when I started the supplement business, I tested it first. And what I did was I wrote an offer. I got a digital image of the product. Didn't even buy the product. Got a digital image. Now I knew the pricing and all of that stuff. Digital image, ran a small funnel, and my offer was free for the first month, and it was $6.95 shipping and handling. If you didn't cancel after the next 30 days, then you would be billed $29 a month each month for the refill to this supplement. What did that do? It made people go in their pocket, number 1. So these are true buyers. These are people that don't mind spending money. All right. And number 2, it started to create a database of serious buyers or people that were buyers. You're going to get a lot of tire kickers. So that's why I recommend making somebody, if it's a physical product now, and even a digital product, services are different, make them go into their pocket. Another example is you can do a $1 trial offer. If you have a digital course, you can do $1 trial offer for the first 7 days. You can look at module 1 of the course. Once again, after those 7 days, now you bill them for the entire course. But what you're doing is you're weeding out the tire kickers from people that are serious. So step 3, make sure you create an enticing offer to test your response. Now, an enticing offer is something that people can't refuse, or the offer is so good they'd be silly not to try the offer. Now, you don't want to give an offer where you're not making any money, but you can create an offer that's enticing enough for somebody to go in and, you know what, I'll put $1 up. I've done this on several occasions. Number 1, just to see what was going to happen. But there was this software program, and they were like, it's only $1 for the first 7 days. You can use the software, and after the first 7 days, we're going to bill you the normal monthly price. But that $1, it was a commitment from my part. I had to go into my wallet, get my credit card out, and put that credit card information in there. So now they know that this guy is possibly a serious buyer. I'm serious enough to go in my wallet. So step number 3, make sure you create an enticing offer to test your response. And if it's a physical or digital product, try to get the customer or the prospect to spend at least $1 with you. Now, if it's a service, a free consultation, that's fine, because during that consultation, you can find and dig deeper and get additional information on that prospect. So today we're talking about how to test your business idea without spending a lot of money. And I'm giving you 7 steps. Step number 1, determine the product or service you're going to sell. If it's a product, it can be physical or digital. And if it's a service, obviously it's a service. Step 2, create a mini sales funnel to market your product or service. Mini meaning nothing complicated. It could be a Facebook ad to a landing page with sales copy and a video. Step 3, we just went through. Make sure you create an enticing offer to test your response. And a recommendation is, if it's a physical or digital product, try to get the customer or prospect to spend at least $1. That weeds out the tire kickers from people that are serious. Now, if you're doing consulting, once again, you can have a free consultation, but this also gives you the ability to connect and make an impression on the prospect. And at that point in time, you can determine if this prospect is somebody you want to work with. Step number 4, the offer must require that the customer spends money unless it's a free consultation for a service you're selling. And that's actually what I was just talking about. Step 4, your offer must require the customer to spend money unless it's a free consultation for a service you are selling. And I jumped the gun a little bit, but that's step number 4. All right. Once again, that weeds out people that are serious versus people that are just looking, tire kickers. Step number 5 is simple. Sell your product or service. So if they go onto your landing page and they buy, they do your free plus shipping offer, free bottle or whatever, or free whatever, all you pay is the shipping. Now you fulfill that. Okay, you sell that product or service. Step number 6, and this is important, you fulfill or refund the product. Fulfill or refund the product cost. And you're probably saying, why would I refund it? And I'm going to give you a real life example. Now, in that supplement that I did, I never purchased the supplement. I contacted the manufacturer. I got the pricing on the supplement. And I had my graphics person do a digital image of the supplement. I ran my Facebook advertising to it. I had my landing page. And my thing was, I wanted to find out if it was viable. So if not enough people bought the product from all the advertising I was doing, I was going to refund those people because the product probably won't sell well. But if I had enough people to buy the product, then I was going to go to the manufacturer and say, hey, yeah, I want to order the 100 bottles under my brand name. And now I'm going to fulfill those to those customers that bought. So step number 6, fulfill or refund the product. And it's pretty simple. If the product isn't selling, if it's selling too slow, you don't think it's going to be profitable, then you refund the money and you don't go forward with the product. If you get enough people to buy your product on this test, then you think that it's going to make sense and it's going to make money, then you go ahead and you fulfill that product. So in my instance, I went to the manufacturer. I'm like, you know what? It's selling. And I think my benchmark was 50 units. And once I sold 50 units, within I think it was a couple day period of time, I said, you know what? If I can do this, then I'm going to fulfill the product. I got over 50 units sold in a couple of days. I contacted the manufacturer. Hey, go ahead with that initial product run for 100 units. And then when the units came, I fulfilled them and sent them out to the customers. So step 6, fulfill or refund the product. The only time you refund the cost is if you don't think the product is going to be successful. Step number 7, roll out a full-blown campaign. If the product is successful, roll out a full-blown campaign. And this is all about testing. And I want to give you guys some testing examples before we rehash this real quick. For physical products, I talked about a magazine that I did years ago called the Self-Employment Guide. And what that was, it was a magazine that was about entrepreneurship and business opportunities. And so what I would do is I would actually go out and I had a mock magazine made up. I went to my graphics person, and I created a magazine with articles and with advertising, which I had none, but I put companies in the magazine that I thought would be the type of companies that would want to advertise in the magazine. And I only printed about 50 to 100 copies of the magazine. It cost me about $600, I think, at the time. And what I did was I went out and I used that magazine, that mock magazine that looked real, as a test. So now, without going out and spending a ton of money ordering 15,000 magazines, I ordered 100 magazines, but I used those magazines to contact advertisers and show them what the magazine looked like. And what I did was, if I was looking for a franchise that did carpet cleaning, in the mock magazine, I created an ad from one of the biggest carpet cleaning dealerships or franchises, and I put that in there. And so when I talked to other franchises that did carpet cleaning, I'm like, look, ABC Carpet Cleaning is in here. You need to be in here too. And that was the mock magazine. So I tested it first, and I tested it and it worked. So then I went forward. All right. So that's an example for a physical product. I gave you the example of my supplement where I created the mock-up images. And with that supplement, once again, it was free, the free supplement for the first month. All you pay is shipping and handling. I think it was $6.95. And after that, on the 30th day after that, you got billed $29 a month for the continuity program, unless you cancel. So that's an example of testing physical products. Now, with an example of testing a digital product, you can have an online course and you can charge $1 for 3-day access, 5-day access, 7-day access to the online course. And you're only going to limit what they can see. You may only give them access to module number 1. But once again, it's a digital product and you're letting people sample that product for $1 for a set amount of days. Software companies do it all the time. ClickFunnels does it. 14-day free trial. Now, they don't charge you anything up front, but you do have to put your credit card information in to get the free trial. So when that 14-day free trial is up, then they start to bill you. Okay? Now, for services, once again, you could do a free consultation. So if you're a tax preparer, you can have a free consultation with people. And then what you can do during the conversation with the free consultation, you can make the offer there. X amount of % off of our first, of whatever my job is. I'll give you X amount of dollars off or percentage off because you came on this free consultation. But what you want to do is you want to test. You're getting proof of concept before you go crazy spending money on, marketing a new product, a new service, or even a new business idea. So an example of a new business idea was my self-employment guide. That was a new magazine that I came out with. I didn't go and hire all bunch of salespeople. I spent the money, I invested the money to create a mock-up magazine that I could then show to prospective customers. And so that's what you want to do. You want to test. Today's topic, how to test your business idea without spending a lot of money. Don't be like my buddy who's got 10,000 razors in his garage. You don't want to do that. It doesn't make sense. And even if you lose money, which you probably will during the test, expect that. It's a test. Remember, guys, when you're bringing in a new product, a new service, or a new business idea, think of yourself in the lab. You got a lab with a white coat on. You're a scientist. And you're going in and you're testing. And you're finding out if this is viable, if this is feasible, if this is profitable. So we're going to go over these and rehash real quick, guys, how to test your business idea without spending a lot of money. Number 1, determine your product or service that you're going to sell. If it's a product, it's either physical or digital, and it's a service. If it's a service, whatever service that you're selling. Step 2, create a mini sales funnel to market your product or service. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It could be a Facebook ad to a landing page that has an offer, sales copy, and possibly a video. You can worry about creating an extensive sales funnel after the fact once you determine this product or this idea is successful. Don't waste your time creating all of this. If they buy here, then they have to go to this email. If they don't buy, then they get this email. You don't need to do all that extensive sales funnel stuff. Remember, you're testing. Step 3, make sure you create an enticing offer to test your response. The offer must be enticing. What's going to make that person get up and respond to your offer? So if it's a physical or digital product, try to offer or have an offer that requires them to at least invest $1. Okay? If it's a free consultation, it's a free consultation. But that gives you the opportunity to dig deeper and really talk to that person and see if you can make a connection and find out and determine if this is going to be a customer for you. Step number 4, the offer must require that the customer spends money unless it's a free consultation for a service that you're selling. Once again, I'm pretty much rehashing the same thing. Try to make them spend money or at least put their credit card information in. All right. That determines who's a tire kicker versus somebody that's very serious. And you want to list the serious people. You don't want to list the tire kickers. Number 5, sell your product or service. So if people buy it, go ahead, put the information up, let them buy it. Give them an opportunity to buy your product or service. Number 6, fulfill or refund the product. So once your landing page is up, if you feel that enough people have responded positively to buy your product, then you go ahead and fulfill that product. If after a set period of time you find that people aren't responding and you only had 2 people that responded, then you refund those people because that product or service idea probably isn't going to be successful. Okay? And steps number 7, roll out a full-blown campaign. So if you find that it's profitable, roll out a full-blown campaign. Do the more intense sales funnel. All right? Add more advertising, to the product. Support the product or service or idea, whatever it is. So roll out a full-blown campaign. And the whole key is testing, guys. Test, and more test. You don't want to have 10,000 razors sitting in your garage for 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. You don't want to do that. So even if it's a new business, so say you're an employee right now and you're looking to be an entrepreneur and you want to start a new business, you have an idea, test that. Test it. As an employer, I even used to find out if I could get sales reps or employees. So I would run dummy advertising on Indeed.com. So if I thought about, matter of fact, I did it for the Self-Employment Guide magazine. So I tested not just the magazine, I tested to see if I could get salespeople. So I ran a dummy ad for sales associates that wanted to sell advertising into the magazine. And I got a flood of responses, and I even interviewed people. the people. And that way I got to feel, okay, if this works, now I'm going to need to build a sales force. So I have a sales force now because I tested the ad. It was a dummy ad. And a lot of times, guys, what you don't know, you'll see a lot of dummy ads, but you don't even know they're dummy ads because they look like they're products or services that are already out there. But really what it is people testing. So don't sleep on testing, guys. Make sure anything that you're doing new, either if you're starting a new business, part-time or full-time, test it. Find a way to test it online. Find a way to make sure that what you're getting ready to do is going to have legs, meaning that it has an opportunity to be successful. So today's show topic, how to test your business idea without spending a lot of money, 7 steps. Hopefully you guys have learned some stuff from this. And once again, you want to test first before you go hog wild. All right, test first. Now, before we close out, guys, I just want to say once again, thank you so much, guys, for spreading the word about Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, the podcast and the blog. I would ask you if you can please also share Hire Black Freelancers and Be Smart by Black. We definitely want to circulate these dollars, worldwide dollars, in the Black community. So please, if you could put some posts up, Be Smart by Black, Hire Black Freelancers, some links, excuse me, in your social media, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, once again, as I say every week, more and more downloads, family, every episode, and I attribute that to the BEB family. Thank you guys so much. Please continue to spread the word about Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, the podcast and the blog. Also, please share on your social media, hireblackfreelancers.com, besmartbyblack.com, a newblackwallstreet.com for anybody that's interested in building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business. The reason I've created these tools and platforms is to circulate the dollars in the Black community worldwide, not just in the States or in Canada or in Europe or whatever, worldwide. I just want to share, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I looked at where the downloads are coming from, and it's amazing because it's over like 160 something countries. Excuse me, guys, I got a cold here. It's over 160 something, I believe over 160 different countries. And that's amazing to me. It's mind blowing to me. But the reason Black Entrepreneur Blueprint is spreading is because of you guys. And I really appreciate you guys. And I thank you so much. If you guys need to reach out to me, please, anything long, hit me at jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, JAYJONES @blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Facebook, just go to Facebook, type in Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, hit and like the page. Twitter, jjones001. Instagram, jjonesforreal, JAYJONES 4 REAL. YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, family. You're going to be getting more new content and different content on YouTube in 2019. So go to YouTube and then search Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. LinkedIn, just go to LinkedIn, look for J Jones Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Send me an invitation and we'll be glad to link up and connect. And also, if you want to be included in the BEB text line for notifications and reminders, please go to, please text BEB to 555-888. BEB to 555-888. Once again, family, I love you guys, and I'll see you same time next week. Peace.